Say it again.
I said, when you were, there you are. When you were hatched, this is where your old man was drawing his paycheck.
Oh, his paycheck.
I was, by that time, a combat savvy, hardened first lieutenant.
So the operations that you're doing, this would have been 67, summer of 67.
From January of 67, and most of the time through about September when they moved the battalion someplace else. But this was our area of operation, or as we spoke at that time, the AO. So if you've ever heard Cindy or me talk about "get out of my AO," that's where it comes from.
Get out of my
When Cindy says that means "get out of my kitchen."
Yeah. That's what it.
So we had an area designated on the map that this battalion was responsible for. Within the battalion, then the company would have an AO that they were responsible for. That was as low as it went.
Wow.
The general way of operating here was we would have two kinds of operations. We would send out patrols at night, and you often think of the Viet Cong as setting up patrols, but we did that too. There's a lot of small waterways around here, and the enemy would send their supplies and equipment and all that sort of a thing in small boats up these canals. And because all of the foliage here kind of leaps over the banks, they could be able to go up along the banks of those canals and be shielded from helicopters and aircraft overhead. So we would be waiting for them as they came around the corner. It was surprise! As we had claymore mines that we rigged up into the tree branches that would just shower down on them. We'd have one machine gun, you just hose down the whole area. And after they bailed out into the water, we'd throw concussion grenades in there. It was pretty effective and pretty deadly way of doing business. Every now and then, we were the ones that would get caught, though.
Wow.
So we might be on the way out to an ambush site, and when you left out, it was just at sunset, and then we would change directions 2, 3, 4 different times even, so that it was complete dark by the time we got into position, so that the villagers wouldn't be able to see where we were and then tell the enemy where we were. But every now and then we get caught, and a couple of times we got attacked. There was one time where, I got a little hairy, and we had to kind of fight our way out of it. There was one time where I had to lead a rescue patrol. One of the other platoons got hit pretty good, and they were just about out of ammunition. So we're doing a night patrol, which is pretty scary stuff because we couldn't see the booby traps.
Wow.
So, anyhow, I'm sorry?
Arvin is there.
Yeah, I think that would be about it. This would be the Arvin
maybe
headquarters
this
and
is
probably the brigade camp
They
itself.
still have the little water there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all really low ground here. It's all rice paddy land. But there's a lot of factories around here now, aren't there?
Huh?
A lot of factories. Aren't there Taiwanese factories around here?
A few, not many.
All right. Now, you know Tan lives in West Melbourne now.
Mm-hmm.
When Tan came back to Vietnam after getting her master's degree, for a while she worked in Saigon, but she didn't make enough money to be able to live in the city. So she lived all the way out here in Binh Chanh and took a bus into town. Actually, I think it was before she came to the U.S. So this is a kind of a bedroom community for people like Tan, young professional getting started out. It's cheaper to live here. How'd you like to commute that distance all the time every day?
That was a haul. We didn't really, I don't have a lot of video of that drive, but that's a bit of a drive.
So this street is called Rat Om Do, and that's the old name for this water. That's what it is.
What's that again now?
This is the actor, the white letters.
Okay, yeah.
Do. Rat Om Do means Om Do channel, which is this water there. You can see.
Okay. All right.
So there's some water running. The west side.
You can see the drop off here. Yeah.
That's right. So that's the water, and then the water, nipple water, and the right side.
Yeah. And that's sealed.
Nipple water.
Yeah. We did have water around 3 sides, I believe, of the fire base.
Oh yeah, this is the water. So this is the very other side of the water.
Right. Yep.
More at the corner.